Hey YouTube, Daniel Karma here, and I'm going to start a new series called Minecraft Law. Law is an acronym for listen and watch, and it's going to be a kind of let's play series. That's pretty much the basics of it. I am going to be recording in bulk, which means I'm recording like 2 to 3 to 4 episodes at a time. So if you give me suggestions in the comment, I won't be able to actually use them in a video for the next few videos. But let's get into it, and let's call it Minecraft Law for listen and watch, and it's going to be survival. Generate structures, role type default, no seed. And what I'm going to do is, I don't know if you're going to like this idea, but this is what I feel like doing, because usually in let's plays, the problem is you spend like the first 10 episodes making base and the first 10 episodes getting actual materials. And so, since I don't like that idea, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to give myself the basics to start with and just go straight into making a city or a town or something really cool. Like I'm going to make myself a giant platform and make myself the foundation, and then when I get far enough into it, I'm going to switch over from creative to survival and actually start the let's play. So these first few episodes might actually not be survival themed. And I can see I already started right next to a village, which is nice. So let me go there. If you're wondering, this texture pack is called the OCD pack by FV Disco. Alright, so we have a nice village. That's a weird looking door with some villagers in it. Let me try to lower some of the lag. Let's put difficulty to normal. Fast, smooth lighting to off, and clouds to off, just so that you get as little lag as possible. Alright, that seems better. So I think I'm gonna make base in this city, and so since we're gonna start in the, well, not really creative, we're gonna always be in survival mode, but I'm gonna be hacking items until we start with a nice base. I think we should base our city around this village. So let's start. Let me first make house. I am, like, as you know, I'm gonna be hacking items into the beginning, just till we get a start, until we get basics, so that way we don't spend like a million episodes just getting the basics in. So when I'm resource gathering or mining, I'm going to be I'm going to be either speeding it up if it's relatively short, or if it's longer, I'm going to actually be jumping to the point where I'm finished. So let me start with my house. Let me give myself some tools. And I want this to actually be themed like the village, just a much bigger mansion for me. And I already have some ideas for what I want to do. Like I want to have I want this to be fully sustainable, meaning I have a farm for pretty much everything that you really need, all the necessities. So I'm gonna have like a farm for animals, a farm for like hostile mobs, for normal mobs, a farm for wheat, which village already comes pre-made with. Alright, so let's see how they look. It looks like they're a big fan of using cobblestone, so I think I'm gonna have to use cobblestone and woods and logs. So let me give myself some cobblestone. Actually, I'm gonna make the base a checkered version of wood and logs together. And I am going to be using a lot of designs that other people made in videos to make some cool redstone contraptions, because I really like making stuff from redstone. Already some of the stuff that I know I'm going to be borrowing from, I'm giving credit here in the first video, even though I never used any of them yet, is Ethos Slab. Probably I'm gonna be using a lot of things from Seth Bling, and maybe even some ideas from like Pyro Puncher or something along those lines. Also in the video where I actually use their techniques, I'm going to give them credit in the video itself. And Excuse me. So let's start making the base of the house. Oh. Hate having to break logs with my fist. Alright, so here I have the foundation for the house. It looks pretty cool, and I think it fits the theme of the city pretty nicely. So now I'm gonna build up the walls using cobblestone. Alright, so I finished making the walls. And now I'm gonna make a little trim around the corners of the house out of wood. So let's get into that. Alright, so now we have this wood trim around, and I think it's looking pretty cool. I'm gonna make a wood border, log trim. So now I'm gonna make a log border. Fill it up with planks. Alright, so this looks pretty cool to begin with. I think I'm going to finish up this first layer, and until we go into survival, I'm going to be changing the time. So now I just set it to sunrise. I hope you like this idea of starting in creative and then switching to survival, because I really don't want to have the first 10 episodes just of me gathering resources and stuff like that. I am, when I switch to survival, going to give myself a chest full of basic resources. And if you haven't been playing Minecraft for a while, you're not so good. You might think that what I'm giving myself is too much, but if you have been playing for a while, you'll understand that it's not really crazy amount what I'm giving myself. I might give myself like 2 or 3 stacks of iron, like 4 or 5 stacks of redstone, basic building materials, maybe like a half stack of diamond, if not less. Yeah, so let me finish up. Let's see. I'll make a second floor. If this is where the first floor is, the second floor should be a little bit inward, so I'll put the second floor here. And all these really tedious, boring stuff I'm going to be fast forwarding. Alright, so now once again I'm going to make this log themed edge on it. And now I'm going to make, once again, the same as the bottom, the log trim and a refined wood ceiling. Alright, now I finished the excuse me, the main shape of the house. I'm gonna make, I think, wood trim around the wood, like these spiky things around the top, like a castle. And then I don't know what I'm going to do. So let me just finish this up really quick. I think that looks pretty cool. I think I should also do that along the bottom to make it look even. And I think what I'm going to do is in between each one, I'm going to put a fence, and since it joins with the logs beside it, it's going to make a really cool effect. Because I don't know if you realize, but It used to be a while ago that fences actually didn't connect with blocks, and they only connected with other fences. But in a few updates ago, they changed that. So this is what it looks like for the top, and I think it looks pretty cool. Now I'm going to do the same for the bottom, and I think it really fits the theme with the rest of the city. And then I'm going to put some windows. I don't know if you noticed, but this series is not going to be so much, well, it is going to be a survival series once I finish doing this, but it's going to be a series where it's pretty much in the process of making a city. So I'm not going to do an underground city like a lot of other people do, because I think that's kind of overdone. I'm going to make a completely above ground city. Of course, there's going to be some underground aspects, but the majority of the city is going to be above ground. And just placing the last few fences here, and I think that's good. And let me make some glass pane windows. I think I'm going to make these windows really big so that I have like a lot of sunlight coming in, and it's kind of makes it less like a concealed house and more like open and nice, because I find that that's a really cool effect. So I'm going to make probably have it on the side of the windows have a trim like the other houses in the village, and I think I got very lucky with being spawned right next to a village. I'm gonna try to make lots of different redstone contraptions, and I'm gonna teach you how to make it as well as I go along with it. So it's kind of gonna be like tutorials within the series if I can try to get that in. I don't guarantee that, but I am definitely gonna try, because then you can go out into your world and build something like I built, and it'll be pretty cool. I was thinking of actually using fences for windows, because that's something that I think looks really cool with wood themed houses, that you use fences as windows, because you can see through them, but they're still like wood themed. But if it wasn't in a village, and if it was like in some other setting, I probably would have done that. But since I want to keep with the village theme, I'm probably not going to. And if you want to make like a castle themed, then I would use iron bars for fences, not glass panes. But I'm not going for a medieval castle. Is he staring at me? Yeah, I think he's staring at me. Let me finish up this thing here, and then I think I'm going to finish up the top layer before I get some mobs spawning in here, because that would be bad. Let's see, how should we make this? Let's put do we have some glowstone? Yeah, let's put some glowstone up in the corners. And I think I know something that we might be able to do for here. Maybe put a log trim and surround that with leaves. I don't know, just an idea. And let me put down some fences. And make like a railing. So this is going to be a cool like second floor. And I think for now, I think that that's going to be the main idea of the house. I'm going to try to make these episodes somewhere around 20 minutes, maybe 10 or 15 or maybe 25 or 30, but the idea is around 20 minutes. And so now it's nighttime, so I think I put it on hard, didn't I, or normal? Okay, so I'm gonna set up during the nighttime when I can't really go outside. Well, I could just set it to daytime, but whatever. Gonna set up the basics for a workstation. So here we have a crafting table, and I'm gonna actually implant that inside the ground. I think I'm gonna make myself one in each corner, so no matter where I am in the house, I have a crafting table. And I'm going to have some kind of storage system, which is going to be cool. I'm thinking of using storage minecarts instead of normal chests, because that way I can make some pretty cool stuff with the storage minecarts. Like maybe make a design where my chests are moving around throughout my house, and I have like a railway system, and I can access them anywhere in the city. Or maybe have them like going around the top of the house, just like running throughout the house. I don't know, I'm gonna try to make something cool. Now let's actually make, I forget which one is the lit furnace. Alright, so let's put some furnaces here. I think 3 furnaces are gonna be enough to start with. Actually, you know what? For this corner, I'm not gonna have this thing accessible. Now I think that's gonna be good for now. Now, before I actually start with this whole storage system that I was talking about, let me actually put down some normal chests. So let me look for those. Think they're gonna be on the first page. Here, this is what I mean. A minecart with the chest. That's what I mean. I'm gonna probably use in the future. Here. So let me just put down 2 chests, or a double chest, and now let me actually make myself a nice bed to sleep in. So I'm gonna try to also make a lot of cool furniture, because I find that I'm pretty good at that. So like now let's see if I can try to make a poster bed. And a poster bed are one of those beds with the 4 posts coming out of the sides and something above it. So I'm gonna have to probably get rid of this and this. And now let me put some logs here. Oh, logs here. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get in and out of the bed, but that's actually too bulky. I think I know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna use half steps to be kind of on the level of the bed itself, and then for the corners where the posts are actually gonna join, there I'm gonna put, or maybe I'll put it like this and have a nice backboard. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Put that there, and now I'm gonna put the posts coming up, and I think on the top I'm gonna put some more half steps to be like the canopy on top, and those lighting glitches hopefully will eventually get fixed. So alright, I think that's a cool bed for now. Let's see if I can get in, and hopefully I don't suffocate or get a missing or obstructed thing when I leave. Alright, so I just saw an Enderman teleport. Did I look at him? I don't think you can look at him through glass. I think he's trying to get in. Oh, he stole some of the dirt. Alright, so far I think I did some pretty good stuff with my house. I think that's going to be enough for episode 1. Then again, I am recording in bulk, so after this I am going to be recording the next episode. So keep a lookout for these episodes. Tell me if you like this idea of making it in starting in creative, just so I can get a start, and then I'll make some really cool stuff. There was an Enderman just in here because I saw these purple sparks, and now this creeper is stalking me. So I hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.